Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. Well, the day has arrived. The day has arrived. Jerome Powell, live on stage with me, live on the show, nowhere else, of course. Live today, so it's a big day. We're going to get volatility. We've opened with the market just dropping off. We rallied up, we went green, we sold off. That's what's going to happen today. Get ready for a big day on the markets. We're going to cover it live. This show will go directly to the next show, which is Jerome Powell's event. Let me show you now the link. I'm going to give it to you now so you have it. Here we go. This is the event. This is the next event we have today. Upcoming live stream, Jerome Powell. Okay, so I'm going to give you the link for it now. So we'll pin it to the chat. Fed Report Live. We will be there for it. So here we go. We'll give it to you now. And we get the link from here. There we go. You can already go there now and leave a like and book your front row seat if you like to Jerome Powell's event. This is when we're going to get a lot of action on the market today. This is one of the most anticipated events for a while. It's going to be a big day, in fact, or a big week coming up after this. So there's the Fed report. I posted it now in the chat. You have that there, so jump on in and grab hold of that, okay? I'll also pin it to the top of the chat so you can find it. Pin to the message, pin to the top. Okay, there we go. We'll also run a poll as well. We'll start a live poll. What can we expect? What can we expect from the Fed today? All right. The question is, what can we expect from the Fed today? A pivot. That means bringing the rate down, or a pause, or a hike. Okay, we'll just call it that because there's no point giving it numbers. Nobody thinks we're going up more than 0.25%. If we were at all, I think that's really where we're going to go. So let's put there. We'll also run a poll. Welcome our guest, by the way, over on TikTok. Welcome to you. And Rumble. Let me just welcome our guests in. We are live on multiple platforms right now. So first of all, let's welcome our guests in from Rumble. I'll do that now. So let's bring you on the screen. To me, bring up my channel. Here we go. And this is Rumble. I beg your pardon. This is TikTok right now. In a couple of seconds, guys, on TikTok, you'll see yourself on the screen. If you tap your fingers like that, it'll share the video out and it will light up like this. If I do it, look, if I tap the screen, you can see it there, look. And in a couple of seconds from now, there you are. There's TikTok. Fantastic. If we bring in our Rumble audience as well. Let's bring in our Rumble audience and say hello to them. Good morning to all of you. Excuse me. Oh, blimey. There we go. That caught me on the hop. I beg your pardon. All right. Here's our Rumble audience this morning. Let's just drop a quick hello into you guys. Welcome to all our Rumblers. It's a big day. It's a huge day. Let's jump straight into our Facebook as well. We've got a few pages and different things running today. It is a big day, so we're going all out today. Let me just share. Here we are. Here's our Facebookers as well. And last but not least, we jump over into our X account. Very, very important location. There's our X account. We're going to run a poll there in a second. And I nearly forgot. I wouldn't want to leave out, of course, our Twitchers. We've got our Twitchers here as well. Good morning to all of you. Fantastic. So big day ahead to today on the markets. It's going to be a big day. Right. Let's get this poll. Let's speak to the world right now. The market is just coming up. Hopefully we'll turn green in a minute. I'm expecting a green day. We'll talk about that shortly. Okay, here we go. So here's my poll, and I'll give you the link now on X. What can we expect from the Fed today? We will cover it live. I'll give my link to the event. So we've got that there so anyone can find it. And here we go. There is the link to the event. We will cover it live. Okay. And please vote in our, please vote in our poll. All right. What can we expect from the Fed today? Please vote in our poll. We will cover it live. And the question we're going to ask you is a pivot. I don't think so. That's not for me. Pause. Yep, that's where I see it. And a hike. No, don't see that. Hike. Okay. One day. In fact, it's not even worth doing for a day, is it? Because it'll all be over in 5 hours or so. What are we now? Yeah, 6 hours. There we go. 6 hours. It'll all be over. We will know the answer. So let's put down here also the hashtag. We'll use the Fed, and we'll do Jerome Powell as well because he'll start trending today, I'm sure. Jerome Powell. And finally, FOMC. And then I'll put my tag in there as well. All right. There we go. We're all good. So if you want to vote on this now, and we'll get some thoughts, your thoughts on that. All right. Okay, that'll do. Right. And we'll drop that into our stock twits as well. Okay. I want to know what you think of this. What are you gonna vote? All right. Let's post the poll. Post the poll. There you go. And we'll bring it up now. There you go. Which way are you going to vote on this poll today? All right. So I'll give you the link in a second. I'll just drop this into here. Into into StockTwits. Right. There we go. Let me give you the link now, and you can start voting on it. Copy link. Be interested to see what everybody says. There is our poll. What's your thoughts? I'll bring in everyone's comments. We got Bill here from Canada has arrived. Good morning, Octavio Garcia. Good morning, Octavio. Did you receive my email? You won the cash prize. You need to contact Sensei. Anyway, call, wait. Can't wait, all excited. Hi all, said Henrik from Denmark. Doom and gloom. What time is the report? Look on the channel. It will tell you in your time zone, wherever you are. I'll be covering it live, okay? From 12:30 Central Time. Sorry, 12:30 Eastern Time. That's when we go live. Okay, now then, I've given you all the link there. Let me go back to here. Vote, please vote on our X poll. Drop that in there. Okay, we will cover it live. Okay, there we go. I am bullish today. I expect a green day. Let's see if I'm right. There we go. Right. We'll put that everywhere as well. Wonderful stuff. That's now available everywhere. We'll drop that into our Facebook page, and we'll also. There we go. Oh, there you go. We're green. Let's turn the studio green. Didn't take as long as I thought, which is good. And there we go. I'll share that onto our group, our Facebook group. Very, very busy channel. We're absolutely everywhere. There you go. What can we expect from the Fed today? What do you all think? Right, we are turning green very, very quickly, as you can see. I expected that. My portfolio is very defensive. It's the best place to resist. Right, let's have a look at the poll. Already we got votes coming in. A pause 75%, a hike 25%. That's kind of expected. Actually, that's about right. There is a consensus. Some people believe there will be a rate hike, but I don't think so. Let me see if I can drop that whole comment. I don't know if I can. There we go. There's my whole comment into Rumble as well. So if our Rumblers want to take part in that poll, you can. I've given it everywhere. All right. Good stuff. Let's get back to it and go for our positions. And let's see what's come up. Right. Virgin Galactic is down 1.34. That is hard hit with inflation. Rates go up. It's a really big, it's a dramatic day for Virgin Galactic. Palantir, that's popped up again this morning. Gold is up. The S&P is up 0.12. Amazon is up 0.37. Apple is moving up. I'm up now 1.24. I just bought my first market share. I'm not buying any more. It's overvalued. And it's great that I'm up. But I would like to buy it less than this because we're going to see deflation in Apple. We're seeing price reductions in their range. So we will see a drop. Market has priced in 99.2% chance of a pause. Exactly. So it'll be a terrible day if we get a rate hike. Next era energy down slightly, but improving. The trend on next era energy is moving upwards consistently. If we look over the month now, consistently moving up. The dividends will be payable in December. Enphase Energy doesn't seem to want to give up that $78, $79, $80 mark, which is good for me. Coca-Cola, my second biggest position, $11,000 there. I'm up 2.29. Don't need to buy any more now. We're good. So yes, Zed Hink, the link for the event is in the chat. It's on all my social media now. I've just posted it for the poll, and it's also on the homepage as well. Always look on the homepage of the channel. I've got all my events lined up for you, all in order in your time zone. If you look, it'll tell you your time zone. All right, it actually tells you. When you click on this, it'll tell you what time it is. All right, so there you go. Schedule 2 p.m., 6:45 tomorrow morning, Palantir. Then we've got the flight. Then we've got Apple earnings. They're all in your time zone, so you always know when I'm live. It's always the same. I'm always live at the same time, every day consistent, but at least this also gives you the information as well. Right, Ripple up at 2.22. Been looking at this overnight with the banks, Bank of America and other banks looking at using this for their systems. So XRP Ripple got a $7 price target on it now. There's lots of information around $7, which is a huge upswing from where we are. I'm not saying for a minute you should all go out and buy it, but it's just worth letting everybody know. I'm sure Sensei at some point will want to be involved in all of this again. He's been busy recently, but I'm sure he'll be back with his thoughts on it. Market has priced a 99.2% chance of a pause. Indeed. Do we expect to go green if pause announced? Do we expect to go green if pause announced? Well, not necessarily. No, we need to be absolutely clear. We have already prepared ourselves if we've done the right thing. We've moved into defensive stocks, which is what I've done. J&J, Coca-Cola. I have some risk, yes, I have, but undervaluation, and we've done a full valuation using my alpha spread. I've done a full valuation, as you know, for you. I'll share it with you again right now. The only real risk I have, of course, I've got Virgin Galactic, which is a risk, but it's not that much of a risk, but the size of my allocation. But if we look at the using my alpha spread, if we look at this, then you can see that the best case is undervalue 64%, base case undervalue 35%, and worst case overvalued by 16%. Well, you always overvalue. You're always going to have a worst case slightly overvalued for an extreme growth stock. So that's even undervalued on the worst case. So we need to be really clear there that this is a really good buy. I know some people are saying, well, it's going to go to $5, $10. They're not making any sense. They're just making up numbers, and it makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. So anyway, There's always going to be somebody who's going to come up with silly numbers like that. Anyway, I'm just going to prepare something for you a minute. I've got something for you here. Let me just dig it out. Bum, 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 bum. Where is it? Where is it? I've got it here somewhere. Just got something. Where is it? Let me see if I can find this. Where is it? What am I looking for? Conversions. Hang on a minute. Where would it be? That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Right. I want to give you this. Something exciting to share with you. I wonder if I should do it yet. Right. No, I think I'll wait on that for a minute. I'll wait on that bit of information. Not quite sure about it yet. So yes, the question is, Liam, you asked a question, do we expect to go green if pause announced? Well, essentially, we're already pricing in, and we've had a bit of a rally the last couple of days, at least I have. Not everybody has. Of course, it depends what stocks you've got. If you're only in end phase, you've gone down, right? But if you've got defensives like J&J and Coca-Cola, in my case, I've seen a bit of a rally. So I'm moving into more defensive to protect my portfolio. We've still got troubles ahead. It's what Jerome Powell says at the press conference afterwards. We will get the announcement on the rate. We're expecting a pause. We're priced in a pause. That's great. It can send the markets down if we get a rate cut. By the way, if we got a rate cut, that could send the markets down because inflation is not under control yet, and that would scare the markets. People would leave and go into other things. Bonds, for example, they'd get out of the market. So we don't want to see the rate come down. It sounds great, but we want the rate to come down when the rate is ready to come down, and that is the spring. What we want is a pause. But more importantly than the pause, the rates or the hikes, is what he says. What we want to hear at the conference afterwards and the questions from the press is essentially that the economy is strong. The inflation is coming under control, and we don't need to raise rates anymore. And we're looking at a cut in the spring. Now, he's unlikely to say that because that will drive the markets crazy and send them higher, and he doesn't want that necessarily. It's not about the market going up. It's about what it then, the message it sends on elsewhere into the economy. But we are looking for a pause, and we are looking for a good sentiment. He won't give away too much because he doesn't want to say too much. When he's ready to bring down rates, he'll bring down rates, and the cat will be out of the bag, and nothing you can do about that. But he's not going to want to say it ahead of the game and send the market spiraling upwards. So that's what we're looking for anyway. I am here. Good morning. What should I have for breakfast? Cinnamon bagel or English muffin? Or English muffin with some butter, of course. Anchor butter. Absolutely right. Hi, Martin. Goog or Google? If Google, which one? That's a good question. The only difference, let me tell you now, the only difference between Goog and Google is you can vote. You have voting rights. It makes no difference at Class A, or is it Class B or C or whatever. The majority of 99.9% of retail investors buy Class C. It makes no difference at all. They are exactly the same. It might be a slightly different price, but they follow each other exactly the same. One has A slightly different setup. You have voting rights, but of course, if you're a retail investor and you're buying a couple of shares of Google, don't expect a seat on the board. So the majority of investors buy a Google Class C, which is what I buy. That's just Goog. The other one is Goog L, is for those who wish to vote on the board. Okay, so yes, it makes no real difference, but I would say Goog C, what I have here is the way to go. But you're in Google, whichever way you go. A man from Earth, good morning to you. English muffin it is. Lovely stuff. Now, I noticed that we had a member this morning. Is our new member in the chat? If our new member is in the chat, I just can't quite see his name now. His name has gone behind my pinned post. I can't see that right now. But anyway, we have a new member joined us. I would search for him by name. But if you are the new member, sorry, I can't see your name. It's gone off the screen. If you are a new member, please let me know. I can you're just hiding behind one of my posts. And there's nothing I can do about it. Anyway, okay, what's going up? My portfolio is looking good. Nice and green. Virgin Galactic. It's not really barcoding at the moment, but it is trading in and out very quickly. Palantir, Google, the gold, S&P, Amazon, Apple, Next Era Energy, 0.07, down. Enphase, up today. Again, Coca-Cola, won't take long before that bounces back. J&J, 148, very nice. Let's refresh that. Kenvue, best value stock you can buy at the moment. CVX, some good news for CVX with the the acquisition. This could be a good one for me. I'm buying it to trade out of the stock if I need to escape the markets. This will be the one I would use, but if I can hold it, then I will, because I want to earn the dividend. It's a very good dividend. Tesla doing very well. I bought at 195. Still 10% down, but that's fine. I can live with that. Rivian, I want to trade out of the stock. McDonald's, good. I think his name is Beck. Yeah, I need is that the first name? I can't quite see it. I don't think he's here. A lot of people join through my videos now. They're not necessarily here in the live show. They join through a video. I did put Burke. Yes, that's what I do remember it. But yes, no, he's not here. He may have joined. Thanks, Zed Hink, for finding that out for me. He may have joined via a video and it's not during a live stream. Right, let's have a look. Breakfast bar review. This sounds good. The breakfast bar review. All right, for all those members, you have access to the breakfast bar as well, of course. Let me have a look. I've had a friend request. Desmond. Virgin Galactic is hiring for many positions on LinkedIn. It says 46 positions, but many various old hires. I remember hearing someone say the cut expense. I think it may be the channel. I think maybe on your channel. Could it be a sign? I can't. Desmond. Desmond, if you are in the chat, I can only accept friend requests from members. I don't, for security of my channel. Desmond, if you are one of my members, let me know and I will happily accept your friend request, but I only accept friend requests from members. Let's go into the breakfast bar. Here we go. Mike, better to eat healthy. Look at that. I do like that though. I do like that. I think that's very nice. I would be up for that. That's very good. General chit chat. Mike's in the general chit chat. Somebody had a happy Halloween last night dressed as a tree. I mean, I don't think they had much action, do you? They were a bit bogged down by their roots. Sorry, it's just not even a good joke, is it? I just made it up on the spot, as you can probably gather. Anyway, if anyone needs me to do a stock analysis on a stock now, I've been upgraded on my software now. Got some exciting news to share with you in the coming days. but it's all in progress right now. Let me know. I think his name is Burke. Sorry, that's all good. Right, carry on. McDonald's, Google up, Microsoft up, but it's expensive. Walmart down, 33% up now. Tesco, Tilray, I want to trade out of the stock. I've got nothing in it anymore anyway. Robinhood is green. IonQ is going back up again. Rocket Lab going up. Plug Power, Procter & Gamble, Rumble, Fun, FFIE, Rio Tinto moving up. Bitcoin up today 1%, nearly up to that 35,000. Let's look at the crypto bubbles. We will see some movement on our crypto bubbles, no doubt about it. Let's have a little look over here on the crypto bubbles. I'll also share with you the heat map today. We'll have a little gander at the heat map. Let's have a little look. So we can see RLB is near the top there, 11%, if not the top. Neo, 9.7. There we go. Atom is down 4%. Gala is down 5.7. Doge is down 3.4. Okay, and let's look at our crypto challenge with Sensei Crypto. Yesterday we closed out at 2004, started with $1,000. We are now at 2019. 2019. Absolutely fantastic result with that. Congratulations to Sensei for pulling that one off. Right, the heat map. What are we seeing? We're seeing Tesla rise the most. Oh, there's some bright green in the center. There we go. It's CMI up 2.86. We've got some movement there on CMI today. The biggest losers, anything glowing red. We've got quite a big red there. Look, HUM 3.16. Bitcoin is now literally an inch away from $35,000. Are you buying it? Of course not. Of course you're not buying it. I hope you're not buying it. You already bought it at 15,000, right? That's what I did. It's now 34,873, up 1.2 today, rising very, very quickly. All right. Now then, we want to have a quick look at IonQ. IonQ, because we have seen this go up as high as 300%. It got overbought, but I'm going to use my valuation software, and I'm going to bring in IonQ. IonQ. Let's have a look at it. Here we go. Now then, this is exactly what I thought. Now we did see IonQ go up as high as 300%, but we have to be very careful if we're going to buy this now. It's dropped now. It's 171% up from where I bought it. It went as high as 300. But look, the best case, 66% overvaluation. The base case, 83% overvaluation. Worst case, 90% overvaluation. So it's incredibly expensive right now. As you can see, it really isn't the time. It got super carried away. Wall Street are giving it an 88% upswing. If we look down at the valuation, we can see this is when it was overvalued at 37%. Even down there, look, at 331. Anyway, let's have a look at some financials. We've got the revenue at 16.4 million. It's a very small company. Operating income is down 15%. Spending more money, not good. Net income down 59%. Operating cash flow down 15%. Capital expenditure is also down as well. So not looking good. The balance sheet, this is what's important. 577 million of assets, 53 million of liabilities. Well, that looks quite good, right? That's not too bad. 577 million assets and 53 million of liabilities. Not too bad on that score. Efficiency. Let's look at the efficiency now of the company. At 74% gross margin. Operating margin is down 770%. Net margin down 436%. From there, at the fundamental score, solvency. So it's got some cash. Look, it's got some cash. It's not going bust anytime soon. 81% is very nice, very high score. The high Altman Z score, the short-term solvency, long-term solvency, and low D&E. However, IonQ profitability is a very low yellow 31, negative on the ROE. So it isn't the time to buy it. But what we'll do now is we'll look at Wall Street's analysis for it. IonQ, the lowest forecast would be $14. So it's got potential upswing in the future. But is it the right time to buy it? I don't think so. IonQ average forecast 18. And IonQ high forecast is 20 to 129%. What we want to look at now, though, is scroll all the way down here and look for the inside trading. This is very, very important. This gives us some very good information. And as you can see, it was last sold. The last transaction was in June, and it was the chief scientist who sold 8.6 million. You can see that there. But it was in June. There hasn't been any selling or buying since June. We're now November the 1st. So, that's a good sign because I like to see selling, and then that means the stock is probably going down, which is what we've seen, of course. But I want to be buying before everyone starts loading up. It's kind of preempting what everybody's doing. So as you can see, IonQ has got some potential upswing. It is massively overvalued. It's got some cash. Its balance sheet is okay. It's on the right side of it. But we have to wait for it to come down a bit more. It's one of Amazon's main investments as well. So it's an interesting stock. I like IonQ for the quantum computers, but it's not one to buy just yet, I don't think. Have we got any latest news on the company as well? Let's scroll down. Any latest news? Let's have a look. We haven't got anything really to talk about at the moment. No, nothing particularly. Of course, it's a growth stock. There's no dividend yield there. We know that. Anyway, so what do you think of that? IonQ. Would you buy IonQ at this level? To me, I think it's too expensive right now. I think we have to wait. Anyway, I just thought I'd have a look at that as we've seen the price coming down. It's not right yet. Now, I like to buy value. I like to buy stocks that have got good potential, that are oversold, that have an opportunity. Not just follow anything because it could be good. Anyway, let's go back to our main portfolio. We're looking nice this morning. The portfolio is lining up very nicely for Jerome Powell. As you can see, we're up again. We were up like 3% yesterday, 0.5% so far today. Hoping we can get back into the 50,000 territory. 58 was my all-time high, so we have a ways to go. But nevertheless, I've got the portfolio now that can do it. All right. Let's have a look. Can you look at CLNV? The truck driver said it was a good one for the future. I have 4,500 shares. Sorry, can't remember his name. Oh, yes, I remember. But I'm the same as you. I don't remember his name, though. CLNV. CLNV. Yeah. If I do it after the bell, I can do a full review on it, if you like. So if I favorite that comment, CLNV, Mike would like me to do a full check today, a full back test with technical analysis. We'll do CLNV and we'll do it about half an hour after the bell. So in about 50 minutes, if that would work for you. So I will start lining it up now. CLNV. CLNV. Do I have it? Oh, hang on. I don't think I have it. CLNV. CLN. Clean Energy Fuel. CLNV. Let me see. It's not available on Robinhood by the looks of things. Let me see if I've got it over here. CLNV. Clean Vision. Clean Vision Corporation. Is that the one? Okay. There's not much available with it. There's hardly any information. If that's the one you mean, CLNV, there's hardly any information at all. They charge a commission on the trade. Yes, Mike, it's not available. I'm sorry, I won't be able to do that one. There's not a full analysis of it anywhere that I've got access to. So sorry about that. I don't think I'm going to be able to cover that one. That's a shame because I don't think you've ever requested one, and you request one. It's one I can't cover. But anyway, there we go. Sorry about that. PLTR, gold, the S&P, Amazon, Apple, NEE, Enphase, 79.80, Coca-Cola, very nice. We've had a good run now with Coca-Cola. We were down here at 52. We're now at 56. Very nice run. I'm up 2.61, $304. Feel confident with this. So hopefully I can hold it. And yeah, very nice indeed. Yes, they take plastic waste and convert to hydrogen. It turns to convert to hydrogen. Okay, but there's very little information on it, so I'm sorry, Mike. J&J up again today. We've seen a nice little progression here from October 27th. Looking good. Very nice indeed. Kenvue, CVX, Chevron, very nice. I'm up nearly 1% now. We're doing quite well. Yes, we're doing quite well. 49,349. I'd like to be up to that 58,000. That's where I should be. That's where my stocks should be. 58,000 and breaking the 60. I know that's a long way from here, but it could do that today with the amount I've got invested. Have you ever looked at the UPath? Seems to be a decent. Liam Laffey, what's he saying there? Let me have a little look. Have you looked at UiPath? Seems to be a decent part of ARK. I don't believe I have. Liam Laffey. Right, 20 minutes to go. Not that long to go now. Virgin Galactic is up. PLTR is up. Let's have a little look at what Bloomberg is saying this morning. Let's have a quick listen in.
But also in terms of rolling off that balance sheet.
Thank you so much, Kaylee Lyons in Washington, D.C. Still with us. We have Bob Michael and Tom Porcelli over at PGIM Fixed Income. Tom, what did you make of this announcement and the market's reaction, which was initially, wow, yes, they didn't increase their auction size as much, and then, well, they're still going to be increasing it.
Yeah, I mean, I think there was some relief. I mean, I think the risk was that it could have been worse. It could have been more. So I think that I get it. But I think what the market also needs to get is that, deficits for as far as the eye can see seem pretty reasonable. So even if the Treasury is not going to continue to increase their issuance, issuance is going to remain elevated, I think, for quite some time. I mean, I don't think you necessarily need to sort of, think of it in terms of, hey, there's going to be some big fiscal spend directed toward the consumer or anything along those lines. I think there's bipartisan support generally for defense spending, and you can easily see a scenario given all that's going on.
All right, we'll come back to that if we see any information that we want to cover. We're watching all the different media all the time. That's what we do. We're looking at Sky News as well. Nothing there we need to report. My portfolio now is continuing to rise. Let's see if we get to that 50,049,351. 20 minutes before the bell goes. What are we going to see today? So let's have a look now on our poll running here on YouTube. We've got a poll saying 89% say pause. That's what I believe. Let's go over now to X and see how the poll is matching up there. Slightly different results over there on X. On X, we are showing a pivot. There's a vote for a pivot. 23% say a pivot. My God. 61% say a pause. And 15% say a hike. So that's a very different outlook there. Still, majority are saying pause though. Let me give you the link again. All right. Okay, there we go. I'll give you that twice. All right. 13 votes and 61% are saying a pause. Let me have a look at my Rumblers. Good morning to you. How are we doing on Rumble this morning? Let's check the homepage of Rumble, see where we come today on Rumble. Let's scroll down to the finance section, which is just a few down right here. Here is the finance section, and there we are. We're on the homepage of rumble.com again today. Very nice indeed. There I am. Very nice indeed. Fantastic. Good. Nice to be on Rumble again every day. We're live there with you, and we're growing every day. We've got 484 followers now. If you've not yet followed me, trying to get to that nice 500. It's my next target. There's my Rumble account. If you've not yet followed me on Rumble, consider just follow me and see if I can get up to the 500 mark. Anyway, that would be good. Let me check the breakfast bar. What have I got in the breakfast bar? Seth Houston. I like this. This is brilliant. This is brilliant. Seth Houston this morning has posted a great picture in Discord. If you are a member of my channel, YouTube member, you get access to Discord. You talk to all the traders before they're making their trades. We have got a fantastic picture. This has got to win. This has got to win one of the best pictures ever. This is good. I like this. In the breakfast bar this morning. Are you ready for the picture? You're going to like this. This is Seth Houston. Is Seth still with me? Look at this, folks. You're going to love this. This is brilliant. This is my own order. Seth said, what shall I have to eat this morning? A cinnamon bun or whatever it was, or an English muffin. I said English muffin with butter on it. Well, guess what? This is brilliant. Here it comes. It's, can you see that? Can you see that? We've got the muffin. We've got the US flag, the honey. But what have we here? Martyn Lucas Investor mug coming soon. That's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. I love that. Martyn Lucas Investor mug coming soon. Is he's ordered one, is he? Brilliant. And we've got a big prize coming up soon as well to win a mug and a cash prize as well, courtesy of one of our gold members. Anyway, Martyn Lucas Investor mug coming soon. I like that. That is absolutely brilliant. I'm loving the muffins there. Oh, with the butter. Oh, you can't go wrong, can you? I know it's not supposed to be good for you, but you know what? I think as you get older, you just don't care, do you? You just think, I've got to have toast with butter on it. Otherwise, life isn't worth living. It ain't worth it. It isn't worth it. Anyway, I'll go back to this request here. Desmond, if you are in the chat, I will gladly accept your membership, your friend request, but I only accept from YouTube members. All right, to protect my audience on Discord. All right, Virgin Galactic going up. Sorry, yeah, it's going up. It's flat, though, at the moment. The flight, of course, is tomorrow. Apple earnings tomorrow as well. Palantir earnings tomorrow. Wow, have we got a busy day tomorrow. Look at tomorrow. Look at tomorrow. We've got Jerome Powell in a couple of hours. We've got the closing bell. Palantir in the morning, early. Then the flight. Then the closing bell, because there's no point doing an opening bell because it will be the live event. And then we got Apple earnings. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 events tomorrow. I'm going to be busy. Anyway, that's all happening tomorrow. But right now, we're getting ready for Jerome Powell, and we're still going up. We're still going up. We're not looking to sell anything, no, at all. We're not looking to do that. Don't want to get shaken off. We might need to trim, but not this day, not right now. Anyway, the poll has now moved to 17 votes, 52%. We've got pivots lining up. Pivot. I'm amazed that I'm amazed that we've got votes for a pivot. There's no indication whatsoever for a pivot. But hey, who knows? Anything's possible. Apple are talking about stagnation, deflation. We're talking about them bringing prices down, them lower than before. So who knows? Maybe that's on the cards. I don't see it, but maybe you do. I don't know. Anyway, what is pushing my portfolio up? Virgin Galactic, gold, Palantir. Well, that's helping. 4% out of the money. It's very expensive though. Serious question. Here we go. Serious question coming from Buckaroony. If you had 10,000 to put on the stock right now, what would it be? If I had $10,000 right now to put, well, I have got $10,000 if I want to use any more margin. $10,000, what would I buy right now? Nothing right now. Quite honestly, nothing right now. If I did think there was something, I would do it. But no, nothing right now. Coca-Cola, yes, 2.5% ago. So not there. J&J, I think, I mean, I'm 4% down, so technically I liked it higher than it is now. So technically a yes. I guess if I had $10,000, yes. I think J&J could go lower though, but yes, I would say J&J if I had $10,000, because I would lower my average from if I had $10,000, my average would move down from 4% down to about 2.7. Because I've got 23 grand. So if I added 23 grand, I'd be down 2%. If I added 10,000, I'd be down to about 2.7. So I'd probably do that. If I had $10,000, I'd probably buy J&J, to be honest. That's probably what I'd buy. Or actually, thinking about it, I would buy their sister. I'd buy Kenvue. Kenvue's the better value, really. And because I don't have as much Kenvue, and they don't have the talcum powder litigation hanging over their head, I would probably buy Kenvue. Thinking about it, $10,000 on Kenvue, yes. Good dividend, good defensive, undervalue, probably that, yes. We've got a comment from Facebook. Daniel Dennehy. Daniel is over there on Facebook and says, will it be green day, Martin? Well, my portfolio, I think it will be green, yes. I'm up comfortably, but we will get extreme volatility today, which is why I'm all in on defensive stocks. Yeah, I think it will be green today, yeah. Let me just give Daniel a thank you. Nice to have you with us. Daniel's watching on Facebook. Can I give you the link to the show here on YouTube? In fact, no, I don't need to bother with that. You want to watch on Facebook? You watch on Facebook. Anyway, Bill, in my pocket. That's what he would do. I have a big payday today. Buckaroony. Well, if we look at our, we got 10 minutes to go. If we look at Kenview, if you want, let me show you now the best value, because it's all about value, right? Let me show you. I want to show you the best value, what you can do with your money, all right? Here we go. Look, Amazon is overvalued, but there's a 32% upside. But again, overvalued. Certain stocks will be overvalued. You don't mind paying up to 25%. So Robinhood is good. It's 19%, and it's 44 upside. 16% on what have we got here on Walmart. 12%, not much upside though, really. Google, 25%, only 7% overvalued. So Google's a good value. Google's very good. That's why I just bought it. I mean, obviously, I put my money where my mouth is, right? So it's no surprise. McDonald's, 27% upside, 31% overvalued. It's overvalued. I did buy some though when it was lower though. Where it is now, it's overvalued again, but I'm already moving up on it. And you will pay more for certain stocks anyway. Here's Kenview. See what I'm talking about? Kenview, Enphase, or Next Era Energy. Look, there's is Kenview, Enphase Energy, or Next Era Energy. I forgot my solar. Oh yeah, Enphase Energy. That's even better than Kenview. 147% upside with a 35% undervaluation. So I would be looking at Enphase. Forgot about that. Or if you want to go for even a 32% undervaluation with a 31% upside, then you've got Next Era Energy that pays a good dividend. So you've got some guarantee built into this one. So there you go. That's what I'm looking at. So there you go. Enphase Energy or NEE, Kenview. One of those three. That would probably be the way to go, I would imagine. Invest in me. That's another way. That's another thing you could do. Invest in Bill. Bill's got drones for sale. Let me have a quick glass of water. Okay. Palantir moving up. We want to see gold going down. We want to see people not buying gold and buying stocks. Real proper stock businesses, not just assets like that. Amazon going up. Apple going up. I'm at 1.48 now. I bought just one share yesterday. That's all. Next Era Energy. Slightly down. Enphase going up. We want to see it. We want to see it go through 85. Pushed up to 90, and then things will break out. Coca-Cola, I love it. Still going up. Brilliant. That's nearly a month now. Look at that. We were down here on October the 9th. Coca-Cola consistently moving up now. Very, very nice. 2.63. Thanks, mate. I've got 30 Enphase, but do like the look of it. Second quarter next year will be good. Yeah, if we go back to Enphase, and I'll show you my position. I've got 129 shares in Enphase, and I've got an average of 107. So, yeah, I certainly would like to reduce that, obviously. But I didn't buy Enphase to go from 107 to 108. I bought 107 to go to 300, 400 in a couple of years' time. So I'm not really that bothered. And I can't be all in on one stock. I mean, if, for example, Enphase today had a flash crash and it went to $50, if that happened, then it's being given away. absolutely bonkers. All right, I would sell $10,000 worth of Coca-Cola because I've made a profit and I'm not losing any money on it. And it's a slow-moving stock anyway, and it's still undervalued now. Anyway, I would buy $10,000 worth of Enphase. My average would then drop to 70. If I bought, yes, it would drop to half of that. So it'll go. It would go to $75 would be my average. If I spent $10,000 on Enphase at 50, my average would move to about 100. Would move to about 76. Actually, 76, 77. $2 less than where we are now. Then it would bounce back, no doubt about it, and then I would sell half of it, and then I would be on the money at an average of 75 or 76, and then I'd rebuy Coca-Cola. That's what I would do. If we, it would be really hard to do it, but at the same time, the right thing to do. It would be difficult because I'd be thinking, I don't want to get rid of my Coke. It's my defensive stock. What if Enphase goes lower? But I wouldn't be thinking like that. I'd just be thinking of the time that I might have to wait with such an amount of money in one stock, and that's not what I want to do. But that's what I would do. If Enphase suddenly crashed to $50, I think I would buy $10,000 of use my Coca-Cola to buy it. It would bounce back. I'd trim it off, and then I'd buy Coca-Cola back. That's probably what I would do. Anyway, we got 3 minutes to go before the bell goes. My portfolio is still going up. My Coca-Cola and J&J is still working. Looking good. Are we going to hit the 50,000? It's going to be quite a movement on the bell, I'm sure. S&P, Amazon, Apple, NEE, Enphase is going up. Coca-Cola is going up. Yep, it's going straight up. Look at that. J&J, Kenvue, CVX, Chevron. Yeah. If you want a good dividend, there's a good dividend. And that's oversold as well. So that's pretty good. Tesla's always good, but it's expensive right now. 2 minutes to go. Rivian, I want to get out. McDonald's, expensive. Only 4% out of the money now, but the dividends will make that up. Google. I'm 4% out. Microsoft, Walmart, Tesco, Tilray. What is the... I wonder if I should sell my Walmart now. I've only got one, but it's cash anyway. It's 6% overvalued, and it's a 12% upside. Yeah, it's not that much in Walmart at the moment, and I'm up 34% on my one share. Sorry, I'm up 10% on my one share. I could take some profit off the... I could just relieve that bit of cash. I'm not going to pay any tax on it. It's in my Roth IRA. But anyway. Here we go. We're coming up to the minute. Let's get ready to rock and roll. Are you ready? Let's bring in Sensei's bell. You can sponsor the bell. $20. You can sponsor the bell for the day. Have your name and logo on the screen. Here we go. Let's get ready to rock and roll in 3, 2, 1. 1 minute to go. Portfolio just falling down a bit. No surprise, really. We're going to get a very volatile day, so buckle up for that. If you can't stand the heat, what do they say? Stay out of the kitchen. It's going to be quite a day, no question. Get ready for some movement. Portfolio dropping just a bit. Don't be surprised if it goes red and then green again in seconds. You can easily do that. End phase could easily drop $3 a share very quickly. In 3, 2, 1. The bell has now gone and we are off and running. Let's see what's moving. My portfolio is still rising. We're bound to get something drop. Nothing just keeps going up all the time like this. But anyway, there's Virgin Galactic going down, but it's oh no, straight back up again. Whoa. Portfolio's up now 1%. We're moving quickly now. Let's have a look. 49.3. 49.3. What is moving? Coca-Cola's taking a bit of a drop for a minute. Virgin Galactic's going up. Palantir's just come back down. Gold's coming back down. S&P up but coming down. Amazon's going up. Apple is going up. My one single share. Next Era Energy, very nice indeed. That's going up again. Enphase, I told you, Enphase would drop a couple of dollars. It could easily go down a couple of dollars but then come back. Coca-Cola. Oh, Coca-Cola is now going the other way again. It's going up even faster. 56.72. So NEE, yes, is going down to compensate it. I wonder why. Oh, hang on a minute. We've got a big drop somewhere. Yes, Enphase Energy. There you go. There's a 3% drop. The $3 coming in. I talked about 79. Went down to 78. It could easily go $3. As I say, if it went down to 50, something like that, I would sell $10,000 worth of Coca-Cola, buy it, and then very quickly trade back out of it again. But the overall portfolio has turned red. If I share with you, I don't think I'm going to change the lights though, because I don't expect it to last more than a few seconds. Let's see. We're down 0.45. We are going down at the minute. Are we going to keep seeing it go down? Enphase Energy is what's bringing me down. Yes, I'm going to have to go red, I'm afraid. Sorry, guys, we're going to have to go red. I don't think it's going to be very long, though, but we will have to go red to keep it right on the show. Not too concerned. As I say, if Enphase does go dramatically lower, then I would just double the position again. Amazon is shooting up. Let me go back to the main screen. Mullen is up 29 cents, 7%. What a joke. Amazon, Apple, NEE, solar. Yeah. So now so what we've got now is we've got a solar wide stock drop. We've got Enphase and Next Era Energy both going down. So it's nothing particular. No reason. It's just being dropped and bought back again in a minute. Coca-Cola. Yeah, everything's dropping now. Here's the drop. J&J's still going up. That's a good run on J&J today. We've had a nice move there. We've been moving up now for a week. It's too early to say, but are we starting to get the bottom? Kenvue going the other way. Chevron, it's all going down now. Tesla, give it a couple of minutes to settle down. By about 8:45, in about 10 minutes, we'll probably see a reversal. And then, of course, the party starts when Jerome Powell speaks. But anyway, Microsoft, Walmart, Tesco, Tilray, trying to get out of it. Robinhood, taking a drop. IonQ, it's going up. Rocket Lab going down. Plug going down. We've got such volatility in this one. Procter & Gamble, Rumble. We'll slowly come back up again. Take a few minutes. Rio Tinto, Bitcoin is up today, 34. Polygon is up 0.34. XRP is up nearly 2%, 1.91 to be precise. Okay. We are definitely red, though. Let's go and check our poll, what everyone's saying. A pause, 61.9%. We'll check in on Bloomberg and see what the news is as well. So there you go. There's our poll so far. On YouTube, it's 84% a pause. On my X account, it's 62%. not quite as many on not quite as high on X. Let me give you the link if you want to vote on it. Here's the Fed report live. If you want to join us live for the Fed report with Jerome Powell speaking, let me give you the link. It's pinned to the top, and it's also there in the chat again for you right now. Okay, we're still red. Let's check in with...
Hi, Lisa. So that's lowest since 2017. You're right. And that's 6 years. And if this current pace holds, the company will be shedding around $7 billion in market cap. So the company cut its annual sales and adjusted EPS forecast. And it's really due to three things. First, it's the pressures
Estee Lauder sinks to lowest since 2017.
Second, it's slower recovery in China. As we all know, we didn't see the pandemic boom that we were hoping, especially in the beauty sector. And lastly is
markets are trying to come back up again.
East and, of course, in other parts of Israel. So diving into earnings, Estee Lauder expects net sales in a range of a decrease of 2% to an increase of 1% year over year, and earnings of $2.08 to 2.35 cents a share. So overall, a Bernstein analyst said this is an ugly set of numbers, and the Jefferies analyst said they're expecting the stock to re-rate as the recovery timeline is pushed out. And Estee Lauder's quarterly earnings are actually a contrast to its rival like L'Oreal, which saw sales up around 4.5%. And now, Lisa, you see the stock is even really tumbling to more than 18% at this point.
As you speak, Isabel, thank you so much. And sticking with earnings, share of Norwegian Cruise under pressure after slashing its full-year earnings forecast. The CEO saying, quote, while we're keeping a close eye on rapidly evolving macroeconomic and geopolitical events, we remain encouraged by our strengthening bookings position. Trying to put a sheen on it, Katie Greifeld has more. Katie.
Well, Lisa, Norwegian Cruise has the unlucky distinction of being the first U.S. major cruise operator to lower its guidance this season. Of course, you're actually seeing the shares bounce around. We're going to get to that. But just to go through the numbers here, the cruise line now sees adjusted earnings at 73 cents per share this year.
There we go. We see our first earnings of the morning with Norwegian and Estee Lauder not looking good, lowering guidance as well. So some negative news coming out of our earnings this morning. We are just about, I said it will take about 15 minutes, another couple of minutes. We will be green again, I'm sure. We've had the reaction, we've had the selling, we've had the horse trading. Virgin Galactic's trying to come back up. Gold. We want to see gold go down, and we want to see our assets go, our companies go up. Amazon is up. Apple is, I'm still at 1.3. Only entered the market yesterday for this one. Next year, energy is coming back up. Enphase is still going down, 78. I last bought at 80. I'm not going to go and do anything, and I'd have to sell Coca-Cola to do it, but it'd have to be some really big, insanely crazy drop, $50. It would have to be somewhere around there. It could not be at 75 or 70, anywhere around there. It's massively undersold, oversold, I beg your pardon. And today is the first day that Enphase themselves can buy in. Remember, they can't buy in until a few days, I think 48 hours after the earnings, and then we had the weekend. So I think Enphase today is its first opportunity that it can buy back, and we know it's going to buy back. So expect a 30% rally if we do get that. Now it is November, of course. We got the Santa rally around the corner. That's expected. November is typically in history a great month for the stock market, so we're going to get a drop to buy back. So we could have a great month. It all comes down to what Jerome Powell says. We just really want to get a rate pause. We want stability. We don't want to cut. We want to pause, and we want at the press conference good news that the economy is cooling, and we don't see any more rate hikes. That's what we need. We don't want to. Well, it's likely to get another one next month or anything like that. That's what we're looking for. Anyway, we're into the markets. We're into the opening hours now. We are 9 minutes in. Virgin Galactic is going down. PLTR is going down. Gold is down. S&P is up. Amazon is up. I'm still red. Apple is going up. NEE is still going down. So solar just being sold off for no other reason other than it is. Stock waiver after worst October in 3 years. Getting this information just come through now.
Even if it's just more technically driven, there has to be some sort of positive catalyst, whether that comes from policy guidance or from the labor market, which I think is going to be a key thing that investors across asset classes are going to be watching, is left to be seen. But I absolutely agree. Whenever you have this level of bearish sentiment and you see all these sell-side strategists cutting their forecasts into year end, that sets up for a bit of a rally. How long-lived that's going to be, I think, is up for debate. And I think you're going to have to be really tactical around trading it over the next 2 months.
Some people would take the bearish side of it. JP Morgan's Marco Kalanovic among them, seeing earnings estimates, quote, divorced from the risks posed by tightening financial conditions and rising geopolitical tensions, writing absent preemptive rate cuts by global central banks, we see risks compounding with peak effect of restrictive monetary policy still ahead. Kate, from that vantage point, right, on one hand, there's a
So that's what we're going to get. We're going to get a rally. I think we're going to get a rally too, and then we're going to see a bit of a sell-off into the new year, and then we'll start, when the rates come down in the spring, that's when the bull market will return. Enphase is still going down. Now, my average is 80. Sorry, I bought in at 80, not my average. I don't want to be buying any more unless I can buy significantly lower than 80. 76 just isn't it. All right, it just isn't it. It's got to go a lot lower for me to really affect my average, because if I'm going to drive it down, ideally, I'd want to spend about $10,000. Well, I wouldn't even need to spend $10,000, because if it drops to $50, I'm not gonna have to spend that much anyway. But I would want to double my position at 50. So what would that be if we drop 26? Let me do a quick calculation a minute. If we went, 50, 26, 26, let me do a quick calculation, what price I'm looking at. So we're looking at $26 times 129. So I'd be at 3,000. If it went to $50, I would be at 3,000. So actually, I would spend basically $3,300, and I would buy 129. So I would halve my average from 107 to about it'd be about 75. That's my average cost, what it would come down to. So if I spent about $4,000, I'd probably bring about $70, which would be fine. So that's what we're looking at. $50. Then I would double my position, more than double the position, and then give some back, and then buy back into Coca-Cola. That's what I'll do. That's what I got to do. But I'm not going to start doing it on the way down little by little, because you run out of money too quick. Okay. Right. We've got Jerome Powell speaking this morning. If you are voting on our poll, here is our poll. 21 votes right now. And if you want to vote on that, it's on my X account. Links in the chat. It's 21 votes for a pause. Sorry, 61.9% for a pause, 28.6% for a pivot, and 9.5% for a rate hike. Okay, just bought 77 Enphase at 77 dead. Very nice indeed. Buckaroony, undervalue, done well. As long as you can hold it for a couple of quarters, then I think you are golden. Very, very nice indeed. Good. Let me just make sure that we've got everybody engaged in the channel. Are you ready for a bit of funky music? Here we go. You know what's coming. Here's Mr. Mini-Me. Let's get excited. All right. Now then, what we try to do here now is get our likes up. It's about sharing the video, get to more people. There are 39 watching. Let's call it 40. Only 50% engaged. A lot of people aren't signed in with YouTube. Sign in with YouTube. It says you have to create a channel. It's bad terminology for YouTube. They need to change it. Just create an account. It doesn't mean you've got to be a YouTuber. Just say yes, I want an account. You can then sign in with Gmail, Google account. You can then sign up. You can then engage. You can chat with me. 40 people watching, so 20 would be a 50%. So we're over the 50%. Our up likes is 99.5, but only half vote. Let's see if we can get up 25. That's about as high as we're going to get because the other 40 odd percent just aren't logged in. They can't comment, they can't like, they're just not signed in. 26, this is great. Very good. 42 watching, 26. Smash the like. Thank you very much. If you tap the like button, it shares the video out to more people, but what it also does is it makes sure that you get suggested my content when I go live and stuff like that. If you don't like my show, and that's fine, I might not like you either. So it's perfectly okay not to like, but then what it does is you won't see my content anymore. It'll stop showing you my content and you'll find something you prefer. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I'd rather you be happy and find what it is you want to watch. All right. Okay. Let's come out of there. How did I manage to open all that up? Show less. That's what I'm trying to see. Show less. Oh, there it is. I click the show more button. There you go. And if you want any of my merchandise, it's underneath the shop here. You click on one of these and it'll take you to a whole shop with a whole host of different things. There you go. Thank you ever so much, guys, for liking the video. Appreciate it. Helps everybody. Helps you most importantly. All right. Okay. End phase energy now 75. Solar is being sold off. My overall portfolio is down. Coca-Cola, end phase, NEE. There it goes. See, it's just a solar sell-off, for no reason whatsoever. Would be a better buy in your. What would be a better buy in your all opinion? Charge point or plug power? Well, I don't know, but I tell you what I'll do. I'll find out for you. So, charge point or plug. I'll add charge point to my list. Charge. Whoops, hang on a minute. Create a watch list. No. Let me add a charge point. Okay. I'm adding one for you. Charge point. Okay, charge point. Here we go. You asked what's the best value, what's the best stock to buy if you were going to buy charge point or plug. Well, let me share with you here. Here is charge point and here is plug. All right, here is plug and charge point at the top. Here's plug. And here is charge point. So plug power is 27% overvalued, but charge point is 9% overvalued. So that's much, much better. It also has a much higher upswing of 331%. So charge point looks the better value. It's got a 331% upside, 9% undervalue, much, much better than plug. Much, much better, in fact. What else have we got? Profitability, 29 out of 100 compared to 26. Let's have a little look at it then. Charge point looks the better value. That's the way to go if you were going to buy one of these two. Not exactly the same. I get what you're saying, but anyway, the best case scenario at $6, it would be undervalued by 58%. Best case, 2.8, undervalued by 9%. Worst case, 1.84, but you do overpay for innovation and growth stocks. It's a little bit higher, but that's the worst case. The base case is 9%, so that's okay. Wall Street give it a 331% profit uptake. Relative value 44%. That's good. Intrinsic value up 9%, plus 9%. Let's have a look at it. The value right now, it's now coming into undervalued for the first time. So that's looking good from the chart. That the valuation history, that looks good. Fundamental analysis, the financials. Let's look at it. It's got 559 million, which is up 8%. Operating income is down 1%, minus 336 operating income. Net income is down 10%, 367. Operating cash flow 324. Capital expenditure, that's down 8%, which is good. Capital expenditure is down 8%. That is good. Let's scroll down and look at its balance sheet. Very, very important balance sheet here. 1.1 billion in assets and 793 in liabilities. That is good. That is a good balance sheet. If we look at the cash and short-term investments, 233 million. Liabilities, 341 million. Okay, so we're on the right side of the balance sheet. That's looking good. So we like that. Efficiency of the company. This is important. The efficiency, how does it make its money? If we look at the efficiency of the company, we've got gross margin 18%, operating margins down 73%, net margin is down 74%. Okay, and let's look at the fundamental score. We need to know our fundamental score so we can see the health of the business as well. 29% profitability score. It's not great, but it's not as bad as it could be at the moment. Exceptional revenue growth forecast is good. ROE is increasing. ROIC is increasing, and exceptional 1 year revenue growth is increasing. So we're going in the right direction, just not perfect. Solvency score. This is important. This is the health of the company. Short-term solvency is good. Low DE. Long-term solvency is good. Positive net debt. We've got a bit of debt, but 36 solvency score. We're in amber, so that's not too bad. The Wall Street targets. What are our targets for this stock? Well, we've got Wall Street target 178% on the upside, on the low, 331% on the average, and 600% on the highest level. So good gains there from Wall Street. And then let's see if we've got any insider trading down the bottom here. Now, this is interesting. The ownership. This is an interesting one. The last transaction was made on September 21st. So we've not had any transactions buying or selling for a couple of months, or at least a month and a bit. So a month and a week or so. And that was the general counsel and secretary who sold 23,000 worth of shares. 23,000 looks more like a tax move, not really a negative sentiment. But we can see the buying is coming in more recently. We can see Shazam Bruce bought in 2.9 million. But you can see there the buy-ins are 2.9 million and 10 million. And overall, we sold 31 million. So there's more going out than coming in, but we're starting to get buy-ins now. So there you go. So Charge Point is better than Plug and looks pretty good. If you like that sector, it is undervalued and got plenty of growth left in it. So there you go, Seth. That was for you. I hope that was of some use to you. Seth said, yeah, Charge Point looking good. All right, there you go. Now then, Next Era Energy going down 13%. I'm not buying anymore at a 13% drop. No, it'd have to go down a lot lower. I last bought it at 51. Last bought it at 51. Now you might say, well, how come you're so high if you bought it at 51? Well, it's all about how many shares you bought, right? To lower the average. But anyway, last bought it at 51. So I'm not buying it here. End phase, here we go, 75. Trying to come back up again now. It might bounce from here. It is good. And Seth will be happy was it set? No, Buckaroo just bought at 77. We could see you could see yourself in a profit here. But I'm not buying yet. It'd have to go a lot lower for me to start buying to be able to make the maximum of my moves. And because we've got a couple of quarters to go, we can get some selling pressure. But I'm holding my position and hoping that we won't need to sell. We won't need to buy any. And anyway. All right. Now, one of the increased benefits, let me just turn off memberships just for a moment. We are in membership mode. I'm just going to invite the world back in just for a moment. We are nearly memberships all the time because I'm trying to provide the best service, answer all my questions to the members, give the best value service. We're adding more and more services to the memberships all the time. I am now doing deals and partnerships and investing. Like the software you've just seen there, I have unlimited access now. I can do any valuation on any stock. I've got all those details available. It's a premium service. I'm investing in that, doing deals with and sponsorship deals with people, so I can bring more information like that for the members. There'll be exclusive content evaluations like that. Also, when there is urgent information, I will post a video immediately that information comes out, if I'm not live, of course, and it'll go out a couple of hours before the general public. So members will get an advantage of that as well. So there's new, I hope, innovative things being given to the members to increase the value. I said and I promised I would never increase the cost of the memberships. I never will, but I will always increase the services and the benefits to you. Right, we're down 2.16%. We're going down. So what are we going to do? 145, Virgin Galactic, Palantir, gold. We're not doing anything at all. Not selling anything. We're waiting to buy lower, but much lower. Next era energy, no. Have to be below 50. End phase, yes. But not until it goes below 70, I'm not. Coca-Cola going back up, it's holding me up. J&J keeps on going up. That's good. That's good. If I make 3% on J&J, which is completely doable, we've got a 20% or like 15 to 20%. The moment we get litigation positive news, upswing, I could trim off there easily and use that to buy end phase if I wanted to. But I'm not going to sell it yet. I'm 3% down, but we're not going to sell for losses. No need to do that. Kenvue, Chevron, Tesla, I'm buying at 180 or adding at 180. Did we get our new member that joined last night? I think he was called, is it Burke? I think it was. I'm not yet seen him in the chat. I wish I'd shown you that. We just had a huge, about 30 subscribers subscribe to my channel in the last couple of seconds. You know when it rolls round? I like to show you before I move it. I did it, I looked at it, and it went round about 30. That's really, really nice. So thank you to all of you who just subscribed to my channel there. Really appreciate that. All right. Okay, that was very good. Very nice. McDonald's is coming up. Still down. We're watching. So what we're watching now is Next Era Energy and Enphase. These are undervalued, and these are the ones that we want to lower averages on if we get significant drops. Significant. Nothing. I say I've got to have patience. Got to see a really, really substantial. Now, everything now is undervalued. Everything now is undervalued. It doesn't matter if you buy it at 74. But because I'm 30% down, I want to buy as low as possible to have the maximum effect of lowering my average. My average is 107. So that's a massive difference. That's like a 30%. Well, it is. It's a 30% difference. That's a huge difference. And 110 was a good price. I just, because I'm, all in, I've got to be very careful and manage my risk. And I don't want to go absolutely bonkers on it. But it's a great opportunity. We could get the company buy-in at any point now. But they're watching this very closely. They're bound to be. So let me look at the chart again for Enphase Energy. And let's have a quick look at it again. Here we go. Enphase Energy. Let me bring this to you so you can see exactly the figures. Best case scenario was 66%. That's at 75. So this is slightly higher as well. So we're at 75.15. The current price is 75.75. So we're nearly $1 different. We're about 60 cents different. So best case was 66% undervaluation. Base case, 38% undervaluation. Worst case, we're now 11. But bearing in mind, we're actually about 10% because we are slightly lower than the opening price today of 75.42. Was slightly lower than that. So for so about 10% overvaluation at the worst case. And for a growth stock with high potential, that's a huge number. Wall Street has a 160% target on it. Relative value up 15%. DCF value down 40%. Intrinsic value down 11%. Exceptional 3-year average return to equity. As you can see all that. Undervalued by 38%. Contrarian opportunity. We can see, look, if we look at the history of the stock over this period here, how low we are. We're in the overvaluation territory, which is nice. If we go down to the fundamental analysis now, we are at 2.7 billion revenue, down 3%. Operating income is down 3%. Net income is down 0.2%. Operating cash flow is down 4%. Capital expenditure is up. Capital expenditure is up. They're spending more money, but a lot less than they've spent in the past. So we're up 16% at the moment, as we can see. Capital expenditure was 91 back in June, and September we're now 106. So we are spending more money, and they've done that because they've bought out the new EV chargers. That's good. That's a good thing because you have got the company able with their cash to invest in the new stocks. So when we get all the other solar industry businesses go bust during this time, they will. Enphase will own all the business. Free cash flow, as we can see, free cash flow back in March was 832, 865, just 808 now, just moved back a little bit, which is down 7%. But you can see over time, the cash flow, free cash flow is significantly moving up. It was going up in June. It's only just now we've seen it drop off. The balance sheet is still looking good. Assets 3.6 billion, liabilities 2.5 billion. So we're on the right side of the balance sheet. Gross margin. Now this is what makes the company so much better than Tesla when it comes to solar. 45% gross margin. That is better than any other solar company. Very, very good indeed. Operating margin 23%, net margin 21%. All of this is looking good, and our margins are moving up. June 29th, we were at 44. We're now at 45. We're increasing on margin. That is what's important. Now, why that's important is if the company decide to stop selling, which is what they're doing now, rather than losing money, whereas like other solar companies who are set up different will still lose money. Like Tesla, for example, it's still got the factories to run and so on and so forth. Whereas end phase is set up differently. It can improve its position dramatically. So that's good. Now, this is very, very good. Very, very green indeed. Very, very green. You very rarely see this. The fundamental score, absolutely fantastic. We are looking at 81% profitability score, 81% on a profitability score, and 79% solvency score. So they're not going bust. They're not losing. They're not going to go out of business. That is doesn't get much better than that. Now, what we do want to see now is that Wall Street's expectations on the best case scenario, 366% upside, 159% upside, and 52% on the upside. All of that looks very, very good. What we're waiting for, though, is the bottom to be in, people to stop selling because they don't want to hang around, and then go crazy buying it. But what we want to see is ownership. And on September the 14th, we saw buying coming in. 80. What was it? It was 8 million. September the 14th. No selling now for months. No selling now for the last 9 months. We're just getting buy-ins, and we're going to get more buy-ins at any point. So everything about this stock is telling me you have to keep buying it. It looks a very good value stock to me. What do you think? Seth? Yeah, charge point. Thank you. Martin, are you live streaming the Rocket Labs earnings or space? Unfortunately, I can't do both, as you know, and I will be watching Rocket Labs throughout the earnings of Virgin Galactic, but my biggest audience and my commitment is to my audience, of course. I will have to report on the Virgin Galactic earnings, especially as we're going to get mentioned in it because of the letter that we put to the investor relations team management. So we are going to cover Virgin Galactic earnings. However, I'll be watching very closely, and I've doubled my position on Rocket Labs as well. Just bought 122 shares of Enphase. Very, very good idea, I think. Let me have a quick nibble here. 75.50, 75.50. I would expect some volatility with Jerome Powell today on Enphase. Hi, Matt. I asked in Rumble, but you don't read the chat there often. Julian Plume. Sorry, no, I'm on about 9 platforms at the same time. So I apologize for that. Have you already made some money of Rumble or liked on Rumble and YouTube? JNP, is that you? This is you, right? I apologize for missing your comment there. There you go. Have you already made some money liked on Rumble yet? Thank you very much for supporting my channel in both places. I do appreciate that. Have you made money on Rumble yet? No, I am pretty much out of... Well, I did make money and I sold out. I lowered my average and took my profits and got out of Rumble. So I'm not currently in Rumble other than a handful of shares. And I mean literally 11 shares. I'm just getting out of the stock. I don't believe in the business to make money. So there you go. Hope that answers your question. Enphase. Right, starting to come up now. The overall portfolio is still red because of all this Enphase selling. It's a huge part of my portfolio. They're down like $500 at $480 a day. But there you go. It's starting to come up. You see my portfolio just being affected by it. 48. It's coming back up. It's a trading stock right now. It's going to keep bouncing up and down, and coming straight back though. It's not going to keep going down. It's a solid stock, and it's a way to get your averages down and then trim it each time. But yeah, there we go. 29% down now from 32. It's getting better. Right. We're going to wrap up the show, I think. If anybody wants, if you want me to carry on, I will. But I was going to end the show there and prepare for Jerome Powell's speech. Let me just check where we are. We've had 198 through the stream. Thank you very much indeed. Here on YouTube. Got a big audience now. We're getting a nice audience. Thank you very much. Let me just check in on Bloomberg now. See if we've got any more information there. Let's have a listen in.
Matt really wants to get smart on this Treasury refunding today. What are your takeaways from what they announced?
Nothing there I don't think we want to cover. We'll check on Sky News. No, nothing there. We're talking about the COVID incident. Absolutely ridiculous. Did anyone see Mr. Cummings yesterday? British MP. Looked like he'd been sleeping in a bush. His shirt was as crumpled as you could possibly wish to make it. If you try to make your shirt as crumpled as possible, then he achieved that goal. It was just unflipping believable. I couldn't believe it, actually, how anyone can turn up to a government meeting with their shirt literally like they'd slept in it for a month in a bush. I mean, it was unbelievable. I don't know what the look he was going for. I'm looking like a tramp. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. Anyway, a government minister looking like that. I was like, what the hell? What is going on here? It was laughable, to be honest. Buying Enphase today and Estee Lauder. Nice one. I think if I can do a full review on Estee Lauder. Any of my members, if you want a full review, like I've just done there with the full analysis, I have invested now and I've got partners in all these trading software platforms, so you don't have to pay for it. I have all of it. I can do reviews for you in that detail, finding you the best value stocks, finding you the best balance sheets, finding you the best stocks to invest in. I can do all that for you. I've invested in that. I've done those deals. I can share that information with you, so you don't have to have it. So that's what I'm trying to offer more of a service. Next Era Energy coming up. Enphase will follow it shortly. Look, it's trying to break out as 75. It went down as low as 74, 99. If I'm going to buy more Enphase, I have to trim it out. I have to take some profit from somewhere. I have to do that. I'm going to wait for the volatility of Jerome Powell. That is the moment we could see it go to 50. And if we do, I'll sell Coca-Cola. I will double my position. I will bring my average down to about $70. And then I'll take it back up, and then I'll trim off the top, and then I'll be flat on it. That's exactly what I want to do. Anyway, Estee Lauder shares cheap. Yes, we just reviewed that. Estee Lauder, if one of my members would like a full balance sheet review on that, technical analysis on that, and value and insider trading, I can provide that service for you, but it's a membership request. How come up so much today? How? Gorilla, I'm not sure I understand your comment. I don't really understand that. How come AMD is that up so much today? I don't know. Virgin Galactic come back up again. Here we go. Have patience. It's not low enough to buy more. S&P, Amazon, Apple, NEE. There it is. Coming up quickly. End phase. Got to go. I want to double my position. AMD. Yes, I got you, Af. Sorry, I didn't know what you were saying at first, but I do now. J&J, just doing better and better every day. Jim Cramer was wrong, very wrong. I put a video about it. I don't know if anyone, if you saw it, but Jim Cramer was wrong, very, very wrong. In this video here, I explain why Jim Cramer was wrong. If you've not yet seen it, go on the homepage of my YouTube channel and have a little look there, and you can see the videos you might have missed. Little top tip, by the way, if you watch a video and it's got a red line, that means you've watched it. You see, I always watch my videos to make sure they play correctly. It says I didn't watch that one. I missed one of the earnings. Look at that. But if you've not got a red line underneath, it means you haven't watched it. So that's how you know if you've missed one. Right. Coming back up, we were green. We're now red. We want to buy more end phase, but not yet. Are you still in Robinhood? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Still in Robinhood. Mr. Lucas, you haven't covered SUUNF. You wrote it on a notepad. Aha! All right. Okay. And again, every time you come in, just letting you know, I haven't forgotten your competition. I'm waiting for the right time. We'll just focus right now on Jerome Powell today. Right. Let me see if I've got the information for you. And S, what do you call it? UUNF. Solar Bank Corporation. All right. It's one with no information. It's very little information. Why has it not got much information? It's a Canadian company, but that shouldn't be any reason why not. Very little at all. I've got access now. Oh, look at Bill. Bill has just gifted 5 memberships. If everybody chats right now, you'll win a membership and you'll be able to communicate in the show. Some of you, Fatia, one of our long-standing members, you let your membership lapse there. But anyway, Bill has just gifted 5 memberships. How wonderful is that? Thank you ever so much, Bill. That's very, very kind of Bill, isn't it? Absolutely fantastic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's celebrate a couple of these now. Let's have a little look. We've got a couple here to celebrate when they come up. There we go. BWC has become a member. There you go. And lovely stuff. We might have we've got a few more memberships. Just there we go. Vito has become a membership. Become a member. Excellent stuff. If you comment and chat, you can win a membership. It's those who engage most in the show win the membership. Jan Lernby Jan has become a member. There we go. Fantastic. That's 3. There's a couple more. You can win a membership. There we go. Dominic Webb has just won one as well. This is courtesy of Bill. Bill has just donated memberships. So those of you who wish to request a full breakdown of a stock, if you are a member, you can. Fatih has become a member as well. There we go. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you ever so much. Bill, thank you ever so much for doing that. That was very, very kind of you. Really, really nice. And yeah, Bernard Foxton, I'd love a membership, he said. Me, Paul Stone. Billy, Dominic Webb, there you go. If you engage, then it will pick you. It picks the people that are most engaged in the stream. That's how it does it. Okay, SUU. I've got to do this. Now, I've got sadly, limited information, unfortunately, but I'm going to do the best I can for this stock. This one hasn't got all the information. But I will do it anyway. Here we go. So let me just bring it up. This is one of our gold members here today has requested SUNF. It's not available. It's not available. We talked about this, Jose. It's not available on Robinhood either. So it's a stock that has very limited information, not widely available. So I can't do a full back test on it. Just the information doesn't exist on 4 or 5 of my different platforms. So Jose, I'd love to do it for you, but there's just so little information. But anyway, this is the best I can do for you, I'm afraid. Solar Bank Corp is a Canadian-based company. There's just very little information on it across the 5 different platforms that I'm using. Yeah, this is the information here. It's a Canadian company, 204 million market cap. So it's very, very small. It's a very, very small company, no dividend. You can see the information there. Solar Bank, let me just zoom in to make it a bit clearer for you. Solar Bank Corporation is a company operating industry. The company is headquartered in Ontario, and the firm is engaged in development and operation of solar. It's a solar company. All right. Okay. Now then, let me see if I've got any information on the operating of the business. Let me scroll to the top. We've got no intrinsic value. It's such a small company. There's no full analysis has been done on it. Revenue, no. What we can see, however, a little bit interesting. Assets, it's very small. This is a tiny company. 21 million in assets. This is tiny. 21 million assets, 4.6 million in liability. So the balance sheet is okay. Accounts payable, 507,000. If we look at the cash and long-term investments, 10.6 million. Receivables, 8.2 million. The balance sheet is okay. We're on the right side of it from that point of view. Efficiency, there's no information there yet. Hasn't generated any information. Profitability score, 48. Negative ROIC, negative ROE. So the profitability score isn't great, but solvency, it's a new company. It's got a bit of money on the balance sheet, so it's in a good position from the standpoint of solvency. It's not going bust anytime soon, but unfortunately, we can't find much more information on that. We've got some analysis for you, Wall Street analysis. We got a little bit of information here provided for you, and we've got lowest forecast is 1061, 92% upside. Average forecast 1072, and highest forecast is 99%, $11.03. So analysts like it. The balance sheet is good, but it's so new, it doesn't have much information on it yet. And we can look at any insider trading. Do we have any? No, we don't have anything there either. So we have very limited information. I'm sorry, it's not much. I can't do a back test on it. It doesn't have much history either. So I'm sorry about that, Jose. Always try to provide you with the best service, though. Right, my overall portfolio. We're not red yet. We're not in the green yet, but we are moving back up again. As expected, solar has returned, but not as much as we'd like yet. S&P is going up. Amazon's going up. Apple's going up. NEE is coming back up. Enphase just staying around that 75, which means I'm going to hold until Jerome Powell speaks. I do want to buy some more. I've already got, I'm worth 9,000 now. It was worth 10. I've lost $500 today so far. But remember, as Warren Buffett says, I've not lost any money. I've not sold anything. Anyway, Coca-Cola is going back up again, and J&J is continually going up. Very nice indeed. My overall portfolio is strong. Kenvue's good. Chevron's moving back up. Tesla's going back up. Rivian. This is the storm, the calm before the storm now. Let me read some of these. Christmas came early. Expect at least a last possible drop this afternoon on Solar Edge earnings. Niels. Richard Beer, welcome to Richard. It's okay. It seems to only be on E-Trade. Yes, it doesn't see. And I don't use E-Trade because I want to show everything on my portfolio. So that's why I don't do that. Right. McDonald's. Up. Google. I think we'll wrap up today's show. Now then, those of you that became a member this morning, you've just won a membership. There are many, many perks you get to be a member. The memberships support the live shows. I go live up to 10 hours a day, try to be the most honest, real channel in the world. I aim to be the best YouTube channel in the world. I'm never going to give up. I'm going to be here every single day, 10 hours a day. And I've got lots of sponsors that are now talking to me. We've got some of the biggest retail investors in the world in Virgin Galactic. We are talking to, I make relationships on my X account. If you follow me on X, I make relationships with people and share those conversations wherever possible with you. Here is my X account. We are running a poll this morning, 21%. Now, members, you get many, many perks. One of those is we celebrate your birthday. You get a birthday card in our newsletter if you've signed up for it. We also celebrate your birthday. I was voted as the World Piano Man, and in my music studio, I do songs and music for you. And on your birthday, the day before, the day of, or the day after your birthday, I do a birthday celebration, which you can download. People pay $500 for me to make those videos. You get it for free as a member. You get discounts in my shop. You can ask me a question and I'll always answer it. If you ask me to do a back test on a stock, I will do it. And if you want me to review a stock, make a video on it, I will. We have exclusive content for the members only. And also members receive the videos, the urgent bulletin news videos, a couple of hours before the general public. They go out to the members first. And it's another way to increase the benefits of my members. Many, many perks. I can't write them all down. Access to Discord. You can see all our trades. If I get any inside trading of who's buying and who's selling, I will share that immediately on my exclusive accounts that the members can see 2 hours before the general public. Many, many perks and so on and so forth. All right? There's many, many things. So thank you for those of you that became members today. If you'd like to access Discord, we will upgrade your account and you can then see all the exclusive content there as well. Here is Discord. There it is. Now, once you get in, I will upgrade you manually on the show to make sure it's been done properly. I want to give everybody access to my newsletter. It's free, but it does post our giveaways and competitions and other stuff like that. It's available there. This is martynlucas.com. Here is my newsletter. You simply put your email in. All you need is your email. If you want to add your name, you can for your birthday gift from me to celebrate that. If you put your birthday in here, you don't have to, but if you want to, you can. And below are all my official links and my sponsors, giveaways. I've got free stocks for things. I've got my Rumble account, my TikTok account, my Instagram, all of my StockWits, my Twitter. All of these things are below here, and you can take advantage of all of those on the links page, martynlucas.com, and it's all there for you as well. All right, great. Okay, I was going to end. Chris Boshoff, though, I believe is one of my members. Is that right? Yes. Can you please back test Sabre Corp? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Sabre, excuse me. Sabre Corp. What is the ticker symbol? Sabre Corp, that's not available on Robinhood either. So I can't compare that. Let me see if it's over here. I can certainly do a back test. There we go. What is the ticker symbol? I typed in Sabre Corp and nothing came up. Excuse me. Let's look at my back test software. Sabre Corp. That nothing comes up on there. What is the ticker? Oh, SABR. SABR. There we go. SAPR. Now I found it. 100%. Okay. VU. 100%. Let me try again. SABR. Oh, there we go. Now we're in business. Okay, we'll do a full back test for you then. When did the company IPO? 2006. 2006. So we'll go 2007. Let's go here. All right, $10,000. It IPO'd in 2014. Okay. I'm preparing this for you now. We're going to do, it's one of our members has requested a full back test. So we're adding a new company here. Here we go. Just preparing all the software. This is one of the things that you get as a member. Okay. Oh. This is an interesting company. I'm glad you brought this one up. Right. This is a very interesting company. So if you are a member, you can request a back test like this. And I can do a full deep dive. SABBR. You're going to like this one. I think this is interesting. Okay, we'll go over to this screen. We set our time because we'll make the video and we'll post it. And sometimes I even buy the stocks and it will promote it and I will start ranking for this new company and it gets a lot of interest. People follow it. I create relationships online with X and Instagram and gets a lot of attention on the stock. 2 hours. So we've been going 2 hours. Here we go. SABR. All right, now it's the first time I've looked at it, so I'm doing it live with you, my back test, and put those two together. Right. Okay. Right, here we go. This is especially for Chris Boshoff. I hope you appreciate this. This is for you. I hope I do it good for you. Good morning, all. The Queen of Self-Braiding. We've missed you. How are you? Right. Okay. Sabre, S-A-B-R. Oh, do that again. Don't know why I do that again. That was fine. Sabre, S-A-B-R. It's a new stock for me. We're looking at it. If you're one of my members, we do a full back test review using all my software, my premium software that I'm either sponsored to provide or I've invested in to bring you, my members, the best value service. A member can ask me to do this service. It's like a 10-minute deep dive on the stock, and we're going to have a look at it right now for Chris Boshoff, who's asked me to do a full back test and review. We're going to look at the price, the intrinsic value, value, the debt position, insider trading, who's buying, who's selling. We're going to look at its value, its balance sheet, its financials, the news around the stock. What is it? Is it undervalued? What Wall Street targets are? Where we see the price going medium term, short term, long term. What do I think about it? Would I buy it? A full back test? We're going to do all that in the next 10 minutes. Let's get into it. All right, so if it's your very first time here, consider subscribing to the channel. If you do become a member, you don't have to pay for all these premium services that I've invested a lot of money in. I provide it all for free to my members to bring you the best service possible. All right, let's get straight into it. This is Sabre, ticker symbol SABR. I'm not in it at the moment at all, but let's take a look. What is Sabre? Let's have a quick look at this introductory screen, and let's have a quick look and see what it is. Sabre, let me zoom in to make it as clear for you as is possible. Let me just do that there. There we go. So Sabre Solutions, provider of the global travel and tourism industry. It provides data-driven business intelligence, mobile distribution, and software as a service solution. The firm operates through the following segments: travel solutions, hospitality solutions. The travel solutions segment provides global travel for suppliers and buyers through a business-to-business travel marketplace. The hospitality solutions segment provides software and solutions through SaaS and hosted delivery models to hoteliers around the world. The company was founded in December 2006, headquartered in Texas, just down the road from me. And the ticker symbol is SABR. Okay, let's zoom in a little bit more and go into it. The CEO is Kurt Joseph Eckert. The first thing I like to do is start to build relationships on my X account and Instagram with the CEO and partners and investors at the company. Start to make friends, reach out to them. That's the first thing I like to do, as I like to find out who the CEO is, what their history is, how effective they've been, and so on and so forth. Before I buy any company, I like to make relationships, as I do with all my investments. Employees, 7,461, headquartered in Texas, founded in 2006. Let's have a look. It's high risk because the maintenance is 50%. So it's got the lowest is 25%. There is a higher risk if you are using margin. 1.3 billion. It's a small company. It's losing money, down 2.14 price per earnings ratio. No dividend here. Average volume 4.38, and the volume today is 1. So no particular volume today for any reason. The low today is 338. The 52-week low is 299. The high is 792. So we've had a bit of volatility there. Let's scroll down and have a bit more of a look. I don't like to use Morningstar for analysis because at the end of the day, it's very biased and it is what it is. It's as reliable as whatever. It's out of date. It's a month out of date. That's why I have premium services, which I will share with you in a second. Thank you for the subscription, Nick Toshi. Thank you. It's giving a hold of 66%, a buy of 22, and a sell of 11. That was a month ago, so it's not really that helpful, but we'll move down. And fair value, they're saying, is 9, and we're at 345. We'll come on to a real analysis in a few moments. As we can see, it's losing money. It's slowly improving and has been beating on expectations most of the time. Expectations are raised, so we're expecting to see, remember, the expectations are set not by the company, but set by Wall Street. So we got to bear that in mind. It will be available tomorrow. So this is a good timing for the stock. I always like to look at who's investing in the company. This gives me sentiment of who would buy this, who would trade it, how it would trade, and so on. Carnival. I know everything about Carnival. I've worked on every Carnival cruise line. Now, Carnival own multiple cruise lines around the world. Awful company to work for, and it's a corrupt company, actually. We won't go on about that right now, but anyway. Carnival, Norwegian Cruise Lines, American Airlines, Invesco Mortgages, Delta Airlines, United Airlines. You can see the travel industry all over this. It's a risky sector. It's not one that I particularly like, not one I find greater opportunity in other places. But however, that's the initial look there on on Robinhood. Now we're going to go deeper into it, and we're going to also look at the balance sheet, the money, the value, and also we're going to look at the insider trading, if at all there is any. So Sabre right now, let's have a look at the chart. It's down. Let me show. In fact, I'll share with you this way. If we look at the maximum, we are 79% down on the maximum. Over the 5 years, we're 85% down. One year, we're 42% down. This is no surprise in this industry. We all know what happened to the tourism industry during COVID. But over the last year to date, has it risen? No, it's still down 45%. And we are seeing an upswing in this sector. So why is it down? I would want to do a research on the news of the company if I was buying it and find out why it was down at these particular points and what drove the stock up here. What happened here that didn't happen here? I would like to look at that. When we are so far down, why are we getting these bounces? I'd like to know why. Anyway, let's go now over to, we'll do a back test. First of all, I like to compare anything to the S&P 500. So just after IPO, I put $10,000 into Sabre and $10,000 into the S&P, and no surprise, Sabre, I'm down to $2,000. I've lost 80% of my money. We already knew that. That's in blue, and we can see in red is the S&P. Now, what I'm looking for is some correlation. March 2020, look how it went down much more due to COVID. That's no surprise. Obviously, due to COVID, the industry collapsed. No surprise. S&P went down, but not as much as this company. Of course, it wouldn't. But what I'm interested to see is once COVID was over, how did things, or at least over the worst of it, how did things compare to the S&P? Well, we went flat for a while when the S&P started to recover. Obviously, that would be typical of the industry. And then we got a quick rally, but then no more really than the overall market. And then when things started to stabilize with the S&P, we're still falling away more than the S&P. So not good. I'd rather buy the S&P so far on this basic look from here. But let's now go into some much more detail and look at the company as a whole, because obviously if it's got plenty of cash on hand, it's not got much debt, it's investing in its future, and it's got a lot of potential, then maybe it's still worth an investment. Right, the best case scenario, if the stock was worth $25, if we value the company at $25 a share, which is the best case in the perfect world, we are undervalued, 87%. If we base cased it, we're undervalued by 80%. If we best cased it, we are undervalued at 75%. So this is looking pretty good for the stock. I think you'll agree. The undervaluation of the worst case scenario is still 75%. Pretty good, right? Looks pretty good from that point of view. Now, Wall Street have given it a 64% target. That's good. Relative value, 86%. We've got DCF of 64%, all green, all across the board. Gross profit, positive gross profit, 1.6 billion. Exceptional ROE, because remember, the stock price is just the price that people are prepared to pay. It's not the actual value of the business, right? The business could be great business, just no one's buying it or no one's investing in it, and that's what drives the stock price down. So we're looking for value, and that's what this service I'm providing now is for. Okay, now as we can see, we are down at all-time lows, pretty much massively undervalued. We've been undervalued all the way through back to here. So it does look pretty a good time to buy potentially. Let's have a bit more detail here on the fundamental financials. Now, what have we got here? We've got 2.8 billion, up 3%. We can see some growth of recent months. We've got in June, we had 3.4 billion. Then we had 3.5 billion, excuse me, and 3.6. So we're moving in the right direction, even though the company isn't being bought, sorry. So it's looking pretty good from a standpoint of the fundamentals, the financials, the balance sheet, and the intrinsic value and all the rest of it. Operating income is up 15%. We like that. Net income is up 11%. Capital expenditure, however, is up 20%. They're spending more money, but that means they've got money to invest. We've looked at the balance sheet. They're innovating. They're spending money on research and development. We like that. Free cash flow is up 12% as well. Operating cash flow up 22%. Looking pretty good so far, right? Now then, this is where things aren't quite as good. Assets, 4.9 billion. However, liabilities, 6 billion. So the balance sheet is not as good. 4.9 billion in assets, 6 billion in liabilities. That is where it falls apart a little bit, right? Efficiency. How efficient is the company? Well, it's got good margins, 58% margins, and looks like they're increasing. That little pop for some reason back here in 95% margin in March 2021, but now we're sort of steadily going on at 58%. Operating margin is down 5%. Net margin is down 19%. The FCF margin is down 9%. All right, let's scroll down and look at the fundamental score. This is where the debt issue comes in. We've got a profitability score of 38 and a solvency score of 30. Not looking good. Debt is a little bit hot on this one. Positive net debt is bad. Long-term solvency is bad, but the low DE is good and the long-term solvency is good. On the profitability side of things, we are positive gross profit looking good, exceptional ROE. ROE is increasing and ROIC is increasing, but excuse me, the solvency isn't the best right now. Wall Street targets, however, they like it. They're giving it a 15% upside from the lowest forecast, a 60% upswing from the mid-range forecast, and the high forecast is 170% upswing. So the market give good estimates. Now we want to go down to our last thing to see if we've got any ownership information here. The last transaction was made on October 30th. October 30th, which was just a couple of days ago, if not, yes, 2 days ago, by Mandel Gale, the director who sold 4,000 shares. Now, that is no big deal. No big deal at all. 4,000 shares were sold. During the last 3 months, we've had 3 million shares sold. Sold 4,000. Could be simply a tax position. Automatic might not even be aware it's happening. It's just an automated tax position, whatever. But that was the last action. The last action was on October the 30th. All right. So anyway, but what is interesting is we've started to see some buy-ins as well at the same time. It's quite interesting. This one I've not. This is the first one I've seen like this, where we've seen some buy-ins coming in and some sells at the same time. So I'm not quite sure what to make of that. Insiders are selling it and buying it at the same time. So a bit of trading going on there. Anyway, there's our reaction and look for the very first time at Sabre. It's a brand new one for me. What do you think of it? Are you interested in it? I don't know. Leave me your thoughts. I will post this out now as a video all by itself, so you'll be able to leave me your thoughts and comments. I will create an X post, try to build a relationship with those at the company, and if you've got any questions or anything you want me to put to the connections and friends I make, which I will make at the company, then I will get those answered. I'll make videos for you and answer those questions if you are one of my members. So there you go. What do you think of Sabre? It's not one for me. It does look like there's opportunity here. It does look like it's undervalued. They've got some debt, but everything overall looks potentially okay. It's just not one for me. I'd rather buy other things. It's not a sector that I'm particularly interested in. But There you go. Click above my head and you'll find my X account where I post the information and start to build relationships with the company. Click above my head for all my links, social media, if you want any of my newsletter, any of that stuff over there. And when I post the video and other things related to the sector, maybe I'll do a playlist for Sabre. Click over here and I'll post that. And down here, you'll find more videos interesting in this series as well. There we go. That was done for one of my members. If you'd like to become a member, look below in the description of this video. I go to work for you up to 10 hours a day if you become a member of my channel. Until next time, as always, take care of your money, your crypto, yourselves, and each other. All right, there we go. That will go out later for Chris Boshoff. You're very, very welcome. Right, I've got to end the show because we've got to get ready for what do you call it? Jerome Powell, Fed Jerome Powell. So what I'm going to do now is make it so, first of all, we'll go back to, well, in fact, we'll leave that where it is. But what we'll do, we will make this video go directly to Jerome Powell's event. Here we go. I'm doing that now. Redirect. Okay, here we go. This will go directly to there and we'll be live there very, very shortly. Okay. And where we're going to be, let me just get rid of that, clean that up a bit. There we go. Overall portfolios coming back up again. End phase, NEE, just bouncing around. We're not going to do anything yet. It's going to be bouncing around for a while. Got to have patience on this. This is the event we're going to be at in a minute. This is my upcoming live streams, all in your time zone, all in order. Go live every day at the same time, but extra events are put in so you can see when the event starts in your time zone on the homepage. I've given you the link in the chat. It's pinned to the top. If you want to join me for the Fed Report Live, I'll give it to you again. Here it is. I'll give it to everybody here on YouTube. I will also give it to everybody who's watching me now on Rumble. Rumble, thanks to my audience on Rumble. There it is. I will give it to my audience watching on Facebook right now. There you go. There's the Fed Report Live as well. We've got an audience watching me on Facebook. This is nice. Thank you guys for tuning in. There was just one there now. There was two a second ago. Anyway, maybe because I said I'm going to show on Facebook, they decided, oh, I can't be seen on Facebook. Anyway, there you go. Thank you very much for joining me there. People tend to watch those videos later. Thanks for watching me, guys, on X. Our poll has got 23 votes. Let me share with you on the screen. 23 votes, 60.9% say a pause. Do you want to vote on the poll? If you do, here is the link. You can have your say, what you think, and leave comments and repost and all that stuff. There is the link in the chat if you want to repost that. Welcome to our guests over there on Twitch. Give you the link as well, so you can also post as well. And that's it. Time to do Day Trade of the Day. Thank you ever so much to everyone who joined me on TikTok today as well. Thank you to all of you. It's now time to get out of here and get ready for Fed Jerome Powell. Stay right where you are. This video will take you directly there, or join me live when we'll be listening in to Jerome Powell this afternoon. Okay, everybody good? All right, fantastic. Let's do Day Trader of the Day. Let's bring up the music. The timer, and as you can see, I'm down 1.52%. 1.52%. Let's put a minute on the clock, and we'll see who wins today. Time to buy some puts, says Gorilla. I don't do options trading. It's not for me at all. Just like to buy the companies. Don't buy the share prices, buy the companies. That's it. Just a few seconds to go. If you are behind the stream, you all know how to be up to date. You just simply click the live button and then the 2-speed and you'll be up to date. If you're behind the stream, that is why you're not going to be in the competition for Day Trader of the Day. 20 seconds to go. Liam Laffey goes into the lead. Few seconds to go. We're not going to hang around. You have to press the live button and bring yourself up to date. Otherwise, you'll be behind the stream and you'll be too late. Down 1.04, says Seth Houston. It looks like Liam Laffey is going to be the winner right now. I'm going to give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I've got to get out of here. There we go. Liam, congratulations. You win today. Thank you very much for your honest trades. Make sure that you stay live. Click the live button and then do the 2-speed. That way you'll be up to date. Thank you very much indeed. Thumbs up there to Liam Laffey. Right, time for me to get out of here. I'm going to get ready for Fed Jerome Powell's speech. Very, very important. Let's bring in the credits. There'll be a few credits to celebrate this morning, of course. We've got a few new members. Roll the credits live. Let's do it. Here we go. Stars of the show today. Subscribers: Farad Hossan, Eloy Rodriguez, Nick Toshi. Thank you very much. New members: Dominic Webb, Vito, BWC, Fatir, and Jan Lernby Jan. Thank you very much indeed. Welcome to all of you. Thanks for being part of it. Take advantage of all your membership perks. There are many. Ask me if you don't know what they are in the live chat. There's always videos put out about it as well, so you can do that. That's it for me. I look forward to seeing you all back for Jerome Powell's FOMC report. Hope you'll join me. Let me end the poll here on YouTube. There we go. We had the result in. The result was a pause 83%, which is slightly more than we've got running over there on X. Anyway, that's it. If Desmond is in the show right now, Desmond wanted to be a friend of mine on Discord. This is Desmond. If this is you, confirm that it's you in the chat before I end, and we can sort this out. I only accept friend requests from my members for security of my channel. We don't want any scammers and bots and stuff like that and trolls in our Discord. It's where we share our trades with each other and we want the best quality service. So Desmond, are you here? If not, I'll ask again later on, but I only accept friend requests from my members. That's it from me. We're just about done. Thank you very much indeed. We're wrapping up the show in a couple of seconds time. I'll see you all back this afternoon. Later on this morning for Fed Jerome Powell's speech. That's it from me. As always, take care of your money, yourself, your crypto, and most importantly, take care of each other. See you back in a bit. Bye-bye.